guys, so this is the hot topic, how to navigate the festivities. We are coming into the month of December and there's going to be a lot of socialising, having fun, and people get confused, overcomplicate things, they don't know what to do, and before they know it they stress themselves out, right? So this is going to be the presentation that's going to help guide you through the festivities to be able to have a good time, guilt-free, and still on your fitness journey, pushing yourself ahead, okay? So, the month of December, now this is when people usually patch their gym life, non-existent. The gyms are quiet in December, either because what people think that you need to be perfect in order to progress, and if they can't be perfect because they've got all that socialising on, they just kind of think, well, what's the point? Or sometimes some people have the fear of checking in because they're like, oh fuck, I've partied at the weekends, like I'm going to have to be open and honest about it, I don't want to be open and honest, you know what, I'm just going to patch my coach this month. Or they think that they're going to be socialising the full month and they just kind of think, what's the point, like I'm too busy, I'm doing X, Y and Z, do you know what, there's actually no point in me being accountable. But I'm going to tell you that there is more than a point. If not now, there is more of a point being accountable in the month of December, okay? Now let's think about it. See there's 31 days in December, and let's say on average there's going to be, out throughout that full month, there's going to be 7 to 10 days where you're going to be living. You're not gymming, you're living it up. Enjoying times with friends and family, making memories, getting drunk, whatever you fancy, right? So that means that there's 31 days, there's 7 to 10 days you're going to be living. So that means there's 21 to 24 days out of that month that you actually can work hard on. You don't need to be 100%, but you can still work hard on. You can control what you can control, and you can hit the targets that you can hit. Again, it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Consistent queen. So, it doesn't seem as bad, right? And I think people overwhelm it, they overcomplicate it, and before they know it, they are overwhelmed. That's why we have to shift the mindset to stop thinking that you need to take a month off, because it's not actually going to help in any sort of way, okay? So, festivities and events. How do we tackle events? What if there's 3 events in 1 week, or your full weekend is filled with festive fun? We tackle it in the same way that I teach you how to tackle off plans. You work around about it and you do what you can. So what I would look at first of all on the lead up to, say, that week, so look at the Sunday before, view your week as a whole. Do we have to shift training days about so that you can get your sessions done before your busy weekend? Or do we have to pull out 1 to 2 sessions on that week and adjust things accordingly to what you realistically can do? It's always about giving yourself a realistic plan and not saying, oh, you know what, I've got 3 social events on this week, but I'm going to hit the gym every single day. Like, that's not possible if you've got such a busy calendar trying to do X, Y and Z. So on the days that you do have things planned, ask yourself, what do you have control over? So can we still do our steps? Can we still drink our fluids? Can we still get good night's sleep in? Can we still take our supplements? Can we have part of our day's food? So that might just mean our breakfast is on plan, but the rest of the day off plan, but you're still doing that one thing. But it all comes down to planning ahead and being realistic about your availability. Regardless of what month it is all about being realistic and planning, being organised. So as I said, the best thing to do is look at your week as a whole. Where do we have to shift things about? And it's exact same with off plans. You know, enjoy that downtime and get back on track the next day. Do what you can, control what you can. Things to remember. So those 7 to 10 days you're off plan, or maybe you're slightly off plan, it might not be full day off plan, you might be half a day off plan. Out of 365 days of the year, it's really not going to harm any progress you have made in 2025. Everyone's going to treat this time differently, everyone's going to do their own thing, just let them. It's about you doing what you can do and you want to do. So control what you can control. So the habits that we ingrain in you throughout the full of the year, it's not going to be forgotten about, it's not going to be undone. You're not going to wake up and think, oh my god, I don't know how to step anymore because it's Christmas time. No, like, they're not going to go away. And if you miss steps one day, like, the world is not over, okay? So even if you just choose to control one of your non-negotiables, you're still pushing ahead of the person that maybe would have chose to patch it. So this time is truly about being present, enjoying the special memories made with family and friends, maybe at the Christmas markets, making hot chocolates, gingerbreads, decorating the tree, night out with the girls. Soak it all up, because life is actually also there to be enjoyed as well as achieving your goals. And I think that's what a lot of people forget, is life is actually short and we need to live it the most we can. So allow yourself that wee bit of backing off the gas, but not fully, because you're going to then go into the new year ready and rearing to go, because you've actually taken a step back, had that downtime, and now you're ready to crack on with things. The buzz in January around the gyms and all that, everyone's on the same journey. It is a good vibe, so use this time to kind of chill, pull back. Now, my recommendations is understanding that you actually can't spend all of your years, all year round, dieting, right? We can't do it. It's not good for us, it's not good for our hormones. So set a maintenance this month, so allow yourself to, or me, to push your food up a bit. Maybe pull back in the cardio and the expenditure, drop the steps down, so you have a bit more time to go to the Christmas markets with friends without thinking, oh my god, I've got 30 minutes cardio to do. How am I going to make this work? You've got that wee bit of leeway. So this is the perfect time to recharge, refuel, and setting maintenance is going to help with hormone balance, recovery. You're going to have more freedom with food and macros, so maybe you can play about with food, try different recipes, but you can still be mindful and be on plan. So maybe if you did want to go for a Nando's, then you could still make that fit into your macros. More food means more energy, and when you're in the gym, more energy means increase in performance, which equals gains. And this is the perfect time to realign things, recharge, reset, and kick into a new year in your next phase in your journey, chasing the goals of 2026. It does allow you to take a step back and just appreciate everything that you've achieved this year. And it's something I was talking about to a client today, like, we're so go all the time that you actually forget to take a step back and be like, wow, like, I have achieved a lot, because we're just constantly wanting the next thing. So this gives you the perfect time to take a step back and just appreciate how hard you've been working. And what I want you to think about is the mindset. So all about mindset shift, thinking that food is just there because for fat loss, to diet, and actually view this extra food that you're going to have as fuel. You are filling yourself up with petrol. To be honest, we should always be working around this mindset, regardless of the time of year, that food is actually not there for you to be in a calorie deficit. The week around Christmas, now first of all, this is when you need to focus on you. Some people will take the full week off, plan around Christmas. Some people might only have Christmas Day off. Some people might take the full month off tracking, but they maybe intuitively eat. They're not patching it all, but they're maybe just being more mindful and listen to their hunger cues, making good choices, but still enjoying a wee bit of freedom and flexibility. And some people might pull back in training, so some people might have a wee bit more of a rest. Everyone handles this month differently, but it's important to set yourself up so that you still feel good, so that you're not sluggish, because if you just patch everything, you just end up feeling like shit. And understand that you can have a balance guilt-free. Now on the next slides, I'll break down all the hot topics from training to nutrition, ways you can handle this week, and these focus points. Okay, so around training, sorry, I thought Franny was there. So around training, so it's important that you listen to your body the week around Christmas. So this would be the perfect time to maybe have a pull back. If you feel that you are so tired, you know, body's sore, maybe it's a perfect time for a deload. So there's different ways that we can do deloads. Maybe it's a week of just full recovery, light movement, just going out nice light walks. or you can just stick to your normal routine as normal, or maybe you do half your workouts. It's totally up to you. But as I stated previously, it does come down to the organisation. So having a look at your week in advance and what can realistically be done in that week. Because you're going to have a lot of things going on in the week of Christmas. Does it mean that you might have to miss out on a few sessions? Does it mean that you might have to get up earlier? Like, what do you want to do? Or do you want to rest? What I would suggest is always prioritising resistance training or like high rocks training over like your cardio and kind of running if you are to decide between one or the other. So if you usually train 4 times per week and maybe you can only do 2 sessions in that week, then I'd recommend, if you've got a split like upper lower, then just do 1 upper, 1 lower, or you could do like 2 full bodies. Or maybe it's trying a class that you wanted to do, maybe conditioning or training with a friend and mixing up both your plans, having a little bit of fun and freedom with training, maybe exercises that you've not done before. Because remember, at the end of the day, you exercise to be healthy, live longer and be happy. What not to do is do not go into the gym thinking, oh my god, I need to burn off all these calories, I need to undo this damage. No, we are eating to fuel these good workouts. Alcohol, now key tip is electrolytes post night out. Double up on that vitamin C because that's going to help flush out any toxins within the body. So water, I've actually not wrote water. Yeah, that makes sense. Water, I'll write here. Water, replenishing the vitamins and minerals lost, so that comes from electrolytes, and actually hydrate you. So electrolytes post night out. Obviously, you can save calories by opting for spirits instead of cocktails. Maybe you just have 1 cocktail, move to spirits. Or it's going for diet juice instead of full sugar mixtures. But if you want to drink a bottle of Prosecco by 12 p.m. or for breakfast on Christmas Day, then fucking go for it. Enjoy it. Keeping up with your water intake is an easy habit to still be hitting. Not only that, it's going to help hydrate you, it's going to help move and digest the extra food consumed as well. So it's not only going to rehydrate you post alcoholing, but it's going to help move that extra food around. Sleeping supplements, so maybe use this time if you're off your work to catch up on sleep and recovery. We know that recovery is key in their training regime. That is where the progress happens. So this, if you're having time off work, allow yourself to have longer lives, maybe nap through the day. I'm really sorry if you can hear Leo in the background. Apologies. So maybe having a wee nap during the day if your day allows that. And just allow yourself to slow down, chill out, guilt-free, because any other time throughout the year, you're probably on 100 miles an hour. So slow down and soak it up. Supplements, again, another easy habit to be continuing to do on daily, regardless of what month it is a non-negotiable that is easy to be nailed. Steps and cardio, you are waterproof. Grab a jacket, grab a friend, move your body. It doesn't need to be for hours, it can be for 20 minutes, but moving yourself every single day is going to help. Still sticking with that habit of pushing for steps will not only help keep that habit locked in, but it's going to help with the digestion of extra foods, and it's going to move that more efficiently than if you were someone that was sedentary and just chilled on the sofa. Also, there's so many benefits to getting out in the fresh air and about your face and lungs, and not just for a target. So if you are struggling to meet a target of your 10,000 steps or whatever, take away the pressure and just commit to doing it 1 time a day, a nice walk 1 time a day, without the, oh my god, I need to hit that. Cardio, maybe you can't hit your usual target. This is when, obviously, on check-ins, we always set a realistic amount, so maybe that would change accordingly on that week. But maybe it is trying something new, as it says, a fitness class, maybe a run with a friend, or maybe you can stick to your normal routine. Again, doing you. Nutrition, so on the days you have socialising on, treat it like an off plan. So when it comes to an off plan, say you're going out for dinner, can on that day you hit your steps, you hit your fluids, you hit your supplements, maybe you have a good night's sleep, maybe get a training session in or rest. And if you're macro tracking, I always say leave behind 800 calories of that day, have 1,000, say you're 1,800 calories, then have 1,000 calories prior to going out, and then go out and enjoy your off plan, or removing 2 meals from your set meal plan and go and enjoy it, and then wake up the next day guilt free, move on, crack on with the plan. On actual Christmas period, so Eve, day, Boxing Day, take it off. Do not stress about hitting your macro goal or getting your protein in and get your meals in unless you are on a bodybuilding prep, aka Anna. You might choose to still prioritise protein sources, fruits, veggies, whole foods. You know what's good for you and you know what's good for your digestion, so it's prioritising them more. But you know, maybe if you're someone that has eggs and bagel, and you can have a bit of chocolate aside, 100%. But understanding you actually don't need to ram things down. Like, chocolate is going to be there tomorrow, it's going to be there the next day, it's going to be year's time. You don't need to do it just because it's Christmas time. The sole purpose of Christmas time is coming together. Yes, we do it around food, but it's actually about being present, enjoying good food and good company. You're not just there on Christmas Day to be fed. Do you know what I mean? So it's understanding these kind of cues. But the main thing that I drive is mindset shift. How you view this time is everything. Don't complicate it and don't get yourself in a tizzy. One thing is, don't weigh yourself, especially not on Boxing Day, a day after Christmas Day, or any day that you feel is going to derail your mood or that day, because it's not worth it. It's not worth taking away any sort of good vibes. Higher carbs, increased sodium intake, higher food volume, we're going to see that scale weight increase, but it's not body fat being gained. Memories over macros. Yeah, that's right. And this time of year isn't about being perfect, so we're not striving for that on your fat loss journey or your growth journey, your prep, whatever it may be. It's about mastering your balance for it all. So in conclusion, control what you can control, show up how you can show up, and have a merry freaking time. But T-minus 5 weeks, guys, and hopefully this helps. Hopefully you feel a lot freer in the mind going into the festivities. If you ever struggle at all, then you can reach out to me. But as I said, have a merry freaking time.